I think that the first job that you get when you transition from being in the military is always an interesting observation in change. I think that probably 50% of the people that I talk to that have transitioned out of the military, let's say in the last 6 months to a year or even longer, they come to me and to my hospital and my organization because they're just not happy with the way things are going. And it makes sense, right? That coming out of the military, going to a civilian, whatever job it is, hospital, whatever, that you would have a certain amount of order, that you would have a methodology for onboarding, that you would have constant communication, that you would know exactly where your stuff, your supplies are in whatever job it is that you're doing as a nurse. And so many people come to me because they're like, Theresa, it was just the worst experience ever. And I didn't feel like anybody really stood behind the words that they were saying and the promises that they made. And so I think that if you've been working in a hospital, and this is maybe your first or even your second job right out of transitioning from the military, it's time for a fresh approach. It's time to go to a hospital or an organization where people are military friendly, where people understand what it's like to have served, where you could be around people like an employer resource group. So the hospital that I work for is part of a larger system, and we actually have a veterans employee resource group. And in that employee resource group, we serve not only the employee, but we serve the patients by helping the employees take care of the patients that are veterans. We also work within the community. One of the things that I'm really most proud of is this past Veterans Day, and of course I'll take credit for this idea because I'm one of the co-chairs for the Employee Resource Group, is we gave out our very own challenge coin. And as I sat there and talked to the hundreds of people from the military that came through to collect their challenge coin, the one thing that they said was, wow, this is the first time a civilian hospital or organization has ever given me a challenge coin. And that means something. We're all connected. And it's funny as you share the stories and you start talking to people, it's like the Kevin Bacon 7 times removed. Well, in the military, it's like the Theresa Mazzaro 3 times removed. We all seem to know each other, especially in the world of healthcare.